Hello and welcome to Patrick's Models and Transport, and welcome to Chapelon-Crosti with all the lights. And we're actually going to, I've got all the lights on just to show you them. Nice. There's still plenty of work to do on this layout, but so what am I doing right now? I've decided, I've not run any trains for over a week, I think, while I did all the wiring jobs. So I've decided to give the rails a clean using my Jouef rail cleaning wagon, which is a tanker truck with a big heavy ballast inside, felt pad under here that presses down on the rails, and you can just put some lighter fluid in the top. I use lighter fluid, probably you use IPA. I've actually put too much in and it's seeping onto the track, but lighter fluid is harmless. And now we're going to pull it with a locomotive. Now I tried some of one of my most powerful locomotives, the Kleinbahn D120, but it's not got any traction tires. This is very heavy, and it was wheel slipping. I tried the BR64, the Jouef. I didn't even try the dog shunter because I knew that would be no use. So I had to bring a nice big diesel. Old Lima BB67001. It's got traction tires and did an excellent job. So let's couple up and go. Oh well, couple up. Let's see if it wants to couple up, because we've got, of course, there we go. Yeah, now we've coupled up. So we're going to just go around the track a few times, a few laps. It's nice and wet. Let's get that cotton bud and see how clean that is. Not bad. You see that it's still damp because it's wet there, and it's wet over there on the other track. Now we'll actually go into the sidings, so let's open up. Go in the sidings, people. Oops, it got stuck here. There's a bit, the frogs are a bit of a problem. Let's help it over. I think we're just going to go up and down the siding now. Using a big diesel electric is maybe not the best solution, but I thought let's do something different tonight. Why not? Oops, we're stuck. Why are we stuck? Dirty track. That's the whole point. Dirty track. A bit fatigue here. It's not an easy job. The track isn't very regular, so it's getting stuck on the points. Let's see if we can help it over with a gentle push. Oh, it managed. It managed on its own. Good old Lima locomotive. Let's just do like this. Oh no, we're stuck. It got stuck. This got stuck. I derailed. What happened? I derailed splendidly. Derailed. This is a bit of a quirky thing. I mean, it's just a small layout. This is the first time I actually use it. It's this kind of thing you'd like to have. Kind of. Oh my, this is a disaster. This is a disaster. Okay, it's derailing splendidly because it's getting caught in the frogs. Not really a great idea. Okay, right, the locomotive's out of the roads. Oh well, if we turn it the right way, it might even be a success. Okay, right, let's see what's going on here. This thing here is getting stuck. Okay, if you go by hand, it's okay. Well, it can even just be run by hand. You don't really need to complicate your life. You can push it and pull. Okay. Off you go on your runs. Now we'll work this on our own. There wasn't much lighter fluid left in that can, so I don't know what it's doing, but let's see. Pardon, the livestock was full of butterflies as usual. See, I have some railway enthusiast butterflies. They'll be going up my nose in a minute. As long as, not like the other night, I got a hornet coming in here. That wasn't fun. That was some quick action with the insect spray and the fly swatter. You don't want a hornet in the room. That's not bad. I mean, on such a small layout, the quickest way to clean it is just to use cotton buds, and that's it. And you save a lot of bother, but it was... also, there's another problem with this model here, this Jouef model. I'll show you. We'll just let the train go under there as a tunnel. There is another problem, that this axle box is a bit bent out the way, you see, because of the excessive weight, and so it tends to come out the axle box. See, it's a bit rubbishy, but it's an interesting piece of equipment, I think. Entretien de voie, meaning rail maintenance, and that is a very nice piece of kit, I think. Very heavy. You need a powerful locomotive, and preferably one with traction tyres, or one without traction tyres with lots of wheels. And I was expecting the D120, the Kleinbahn, to make it, but it did. But the problem on the bends. The problem was the bends. I was even expecting maybe the BR75, because the BR75, Pico BR75, the one in French livery, the green one, has a slightly longer chassis than the BR64, so the motor, there's actually more weight, and the ballast is longer, slightly different. But the ballast, this is a piece of like Zamac or lead. The BR75, it's a series of steel plates, but the motor is further back, so there's actually more weight pressing down here on the back. So there's even more weight on the driving axle. So the BR75, despite having practically the same chassis as a BR64, is a better puller. It also has a motor with less working hours compared to the BR64. This is a locomotive that had a long working life by the look of it. Remember, we can take a look through the videos. You'll find the BR64 maintenance videos. Okay, well, in the meantime, I'm here talking about locomotives and we're not watching the BB67000. Zoom around Chapelon-Crosti. So next job's going to lay out the level crossing. We'll have to make the level crossing. Then we'll have to see about the coaling station. Then we'll have to see about, there's some details on the shops that have to be finished. They have to work on the street lights. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe we'll see what we manage to do this week. There's still a lot of work to do. A lot of work. And honestly, I would also like to play some trains. At the moment, I've got it all under one controller, the Pico controller. And so that's that. Let's have a look with the lights off. This one hasn't got any lights, but take this light here off. No lights for the moment. This must be pushed. This is me, not for a minute. This one here. The goods shed isn't on top of its bulb. That's it, perfect. Okay. Pardon me, I must go to... Oops, that nearly derailed the camera. So I'm going to send this locomotive into the main siding over there. Maybe we should slow it down. I didn't do a realistic speed, sorry. I was sort of trying to get my controller and oops, not very good camera work tonight. I apologize. Let's do that again. Righto. So now we're coming in slowly and realistically. Okay, perfect. That's much better. Much better. It was too fast, too toy trainish. Okay, I have to finish doing some other things. I'm going to be uploading a video. Anyway, more or less is the schedule. 2 level crossing here, then we'll also do vegetation. I will also, yes, somehow or other camouflage all these cables, which, guess correctly, I could have even fed them under the line, and it would maybe more sense, but honestly, I didn't really think about that, but I actually prefer seeing things. That way I know if they're not working. I can physically see that things are not connected. Okie dokie, very well. That's enough for the moment. I will be continuing work on the layout in the next days, and I'll also, now that we have it out and we have opportunity to make videos, I'll be making a series of videos with train running videos, because I'm a bit fed up of doing maintenance. Cheerio, and see you next time. Let's bring BB67000 back in view. Hey, it's a Lima and it starts at rocket speed. So, about this locomotive, I'm planning, and I'm going to do it, because the soldering iron is actually still here. I'm planning to fit a bulb to this end, because this is the end with original glazing, and with original light bars, let's say, here in the headlamps. Instead, the other end, as that way we can have an illuminated end for night running, like this, and instead in daytime we could actually head the train with this side here that has the acrylic diamonds, because this side here was missing its lighting. So when I fitted this, this is the motor end, so here there's the motor, and over here there's just the pickup bogie at that end there. So I've got plenty of space to solder a light bulb in there, a Jouef light bulb. I don't have a Lima one, I'll just fit a Jouef light bulb, and that'll light up, make a nice wee job. Okay, very well, we'll just send it around for a lap, and then we'll call this video a day. Or an evening, more likely, because it is evening. We're going that way. Okay, BB67000. Just give us a lap, come on. Give us a lap, don't be shy. That is a nice layout. It's got good potential for storytelling. Yeah, definitely. We need to fit some light bulbs to the front of this one here, at least to have lights at one end. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. As usual, I'm plating trains. I mean, realism, this type of layout is to try and obtain as much realism as possible on a very limited dimension with a lack of space. As I was telling you, there are still some details I have to fit to the shops over there, chimney pots and other odds and ends. We'll be doing that in the next days, and it's all about having fun. Cheerio, and see you next time. Signalmen are still here at their post. There's no signals. Somebody's nicked the signals. You just can't trust the world these days. They must have stolen them for scrap iron.